Hi, Jeff here with another exciting, actually very interesting issue of Mattress Retailer Weekly. So we had really big news yesterday. Apparently, there's been a divorce in our industry, a really big divorce, a big messy breakup. Mattress firms no longer doing business with Tempur Sealy. Kicked them off the floor, in essence. More to come in this news story. But this issue is going to be focused on what I feel you need to be doing, because quite frankly, I've been talking about this for at least 6 months. 2 weeks ago, I delivered my 2017 predictions for the mattress retail industry, and this was one of the big, bold predictions that it's very likely that mattress firms are going to begin the steps, the motions to make a play to buy one of the two brands that are out there. And I'll share with you as we get to the end of this video what I think that play will look like. So there's been a lot of news, there's a lot of conjecture, a lot of talk, a lot of dialogue about what's going to happen, who's going to get what, who the winners are, who the losers are. You know, here's the reality of this situation. And I share this, I don't want to offend anyone really in the industry, but I'm somebody, a contrarian in our business, if you will, that pretty much calls it like it is, straight down the line. The reality is this: Tempur-Pedic has done wonderful, wonderful things for our industry, as has Sealy over the years. Tempur-Pedic came in and raised the bar on what you could sell at what price. We enjoy higher average tickets today because of the groundbreaking, pioneering work they did, 15, 20, 25 years ago. That, I think, is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Sealy, became one of the first biggest names in the industry. I think that's great. Stearns & Foster was, a storied brand over the decades. So I think there's some wonderful things they've done. I think Mattress Firm, coming from me, and please, my independent retailers, don't chop my head off here. Mattress Firm does wonderful things. And you may think, what the heck is Jeff talking about? Well, here's the reality. They pump $300 million of advertising into the market each and every year. I mean, that's essentially about $1 a person annually in this country that gets $1 spent on them in marketing dollars. That's just a tremendous amount of money, more than all of us combined together could probably ever spend on advertising. Their stores, their whole marketing plan, their whole existence is simply to set up shop across the shopping center around the corner from a Mattress Firm store and siphon off that traffic. So while they present a big problem to a lot of us independent retailers, we can't argue with the reality. I'm going to get to why that's really important in a minute, and what your remerchandising or 2017 floor model plans may or may not do based on this breaking news. So here's how I want you to play this whole shakeout. Here's how I want you to handle the effects of this. I want you to handle it much like a professional poker player would when he or she sits down at the table to play a game of poker. Now, I need my glasses. I don't have contacts with me today, and I wanted to bring home the point. You need to play these next weeks, next months, like a poker player does. You can't show your cards. You can't go all in right away. There's a number of reasons why you can't. There's too many really great deals that are going to be coming down the line. And really, there's far too much out there that I think you could seek to lose by going all in right away. Here's the reality. I thought about this on the drive into the store this morning. So Tempur Sealy's off the floor at Mattress Firm. What's that really mean for my stores in my area? Well, where we trade, it's a net loss of only 4 retail floors in the county, a population of just a hair under 600,000 people. That's all it is. Okay, so it's still going to be found in another chain store that's local. It's still going to be found in Costco and in Sam's Club. That was other breaking news last week, that Tempur-Pedic is now sold in Sam's Club. Still going to be in the couple department stores in the area, and still going to be in a handful of local competitors. It's still a net of only 4 stores. Now, if I get my crystal ball out and I look at this, there's a local Sealy-only store. I think Tempur-Pedic's going to go to them and say, hey, listen, we got to have some Sealy slots for Tempur-Pedic now. So the result is going to be zero change in availability for Tempur-Pedic in the county where we do business. So while this is big, massive news nationwide, I want you to be very focused in your little microcosm, in your backyard. What does it mean? Does it mean one less store has this product, 10 less stores? How have you come up against it? Further, and here's a really important point, and I referred to this earlier, if Mattress Firm's not pumping the hundreds of thousands of dollars a year into your local market for Tempur-Pedic and Stearns and Sealy related products, what does that mean for you? I mean, listen, advertising is a science, but at the end of the day, there is something to be said for the amount of times that a consumer does see or hear about the brands that you sell. If they pull the plug on hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of advertising around those brands and you share those brands, there's something that's going to go away. Likewise, they've made a shift in their press release. These floor slots are being made up by Serta Simmons Bedding and by some of their other current suppliers. So if you have eggs in a basket with Serta Simmons, you have a new reality to work with. So this is why you can't push all in, throw down your cards and say, let's make a deal. You just can't do that right now. Ultimately, I like to say, you have to do you. You have to follow your plan. If you are feeling like you're in a box here now, I hate to say it, but you kind of let yourself get put there. You kind of let yourself get leveraged by these big brands because they work to sell to, the top 35 to top 50 retailers in the country. Everything else really is crumbs. And again, I don't mean to disparage people, friends in the industry that I know and am fans of, but the reality is the reality. We've got two big conglomerates that control 72% of the marketplace, and those big companies are going to do what's in the best interest for the big movers of their business, which is really the top 50 companies. Ultimately, their approach is us independent retailers really should be happy with the crumbs that we get and really kind of like it. Well, that's maybe going to change now. Maybe we're going to see some more reps in our doors, some more reps coming to us a little more proactively with how we can grow our business, and that's a good thing. I think that's a win out of this. But the reality is, the overarching part of this whole story that was part of my prediction show 2 weeks ago is that I think there's a bigger play here. I think Mattress Firm's looking to be a fully vertically integrated company. If you look at Steinhoff Holdings' portfolio of companies and businesses, 6,500 retail stores, not including Mattress Firm, so 10,000 with them across what I believe is 5 continents, 35 or 40 vertically integrated companies. I think the bigger play here is that they're looking to actually own either SSB or TPX, Tempur-Pedic Sealy, Tempur Sealy. That's my biggest, boldest prediction. Now, my thought is that the end game here is for them to own Tempur Sealy, and they'll be able to pick that up at a discount now because they're not going to be able, Tempur Sealy will not be able to make up 21% of worldwide volume, which is $3.1 billion, which essentially amounts to $750 million. You just can't plug that hole in that bucket fast enough. So I think if I'm a betting man, if I'm playing my cards right, I got my poker face on, I think we'll see towards the end of the year a major play by Firm to buy Tempur Sealy. Now, some people right now are saying it could be Simmons Serta Bedding because of the big push in that they went with their product. Listen, here's the thing about the mattress industry. We all know we can make a phone call and have product on our floor within a week or 2, 3 at the most. We shouldn't be married to our inventory per se. This stuff is very fluid. It can come in and it can go out. I think the play here is for them to own vertically Tempur Sealy product. It's an iconic brand. It's got a lot of great consumer awareness, worldwide brand recognition. Steinhoff is a worldwide company, and I think that would be a great feather in their cap for their brand portfolios. So for you, I absolutely want you right now to be playing your game. Know your strengths. Know the capabilities. Here's the most important one. Know the capabilities of your advertising, of your marketing, of your business success plan without the hundreds of thousands of dollars of effort and awareness that mattress firms are now not putting into your local market. I think that's very important to keep in mind. You know, with or without them, this is a new reality. And I don't think any one of us can necessarily rush to judgment, rush to change floor models based on just this one day's worth of news. So I hope that this issue is important for you. I hope you've given you some moment to pause, to take a deep breath. And for the record, here in my stores, we're not changing a thing that we set in motion last week in Las Vegas. Not a thing at all. We're not changing anything. We're going to do what we do. Focus on delivering the absolute best world-class sleep systems, not having a dog on the floor, the best of everything that we can show our customer, wrapped around a wonderful shopping experience that only our stores can provide. So I hope you like this issue, and I'd love to hear your feedback. Love to hear what's going on in your local market. We can share that with the other independent retailers that we speak to. And, you know, look, let's all get through this together, all right? Very interesting times this year. Hell of a way to start 2017. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next week on Mattress Retailer Weekly.